Hello, everyone. Welcome to the channel. Celestial Farm Girl here. So happy to see you guys today. I hope everybody's doing awesome. I hope you guys are all weathering any kind of storms that are going on and telling yourselves that this too shall pass. I'm not exactly sure, but the last couple of days I've been kind of wore out, and I think it's the puppies, right? They get me up all hours of the night and stuff, and they're not sleeping all the way through. And yeah, I'm 63. I'm like too young for twins. I mean, too old. Anyway, so I've been tired and I've been taking a couple days off, and I'm still dragging today, guys. But I was watching a few tarot card readings, and I saw where they're doing some readings on what's going on in the collective world, right? The world, which would be money, business. Let's see, what I got? Business, law, money, politics. Let me write that down too. Not that I could forget that. You know, I'm terrified of watching that stuff. The energy is just so demeaning to us, right? I mean, they act like we're stupid. And it really upsets me because they're supposed to be representing us. And it's not going over that well. Well, anyway, so here I am, and today I'm supposed to do a divine collective reading. And I thought, you know what? I want to know what's going on in the world. And so I was going to do a personal reading, right, of what was going on in the world. And I prayed and asked Holy Spirit, could they give me an archetype card of what was happening out in the world in law, business, politics, money, and world leaders, right? I'm talking about the leaders around the world that declare war and stuff like that. They're more into, I'm going to take over the world kind of things, right? Any of them, Trump, whoever think that they're going to take the people's democracy, whoever are keeping their people poor and underprivileged, whoever are oppressing women and children and men, whoever, like want to put kids in cages and stuff like this. Like, I am totally always for the underdog. I come here to fight for the underdog. It gets my blood pumping and gets me excited, when I can stand up. Anyway, so look what I drew, okay? The overall archetype of the world elites right now. Look at this. I didn't draw any more cards after this. I thought, wow, this is going to be the overall reaching archetype. So we got the fault line here. There's cracks, big cracks. Shit, there's a fissue. Look at this. A pulling apart. I got all excited when I saw this. Do I want to follow the world? I want the people to be okay. Do I want the fall of those who have claimed ownership of the world? Do I want them to face their karma? Do I want them to face their judgment for every man, woman, and child that they have put under oppression, sent to war, declared war on, women who've had their children taken instead of taught better ways if they thought they were better? Just, an overall general of the tyranny that has went on for a long, long time. And, it's still going on, except at this point in our lives, most people have been convinced that that's just the way things are supposed to be, when it's a bald-faced lie. They're thieves, they're murderers, and they're instigators for trouble. Continuously keep us in chaos, continuously keep us hard at work, continuously declare war on us again and again and again. by taking medical away from our elderly, by not educating our children properly, by not making sure the school system is set up to the highest grades. And yeah, there are. Check other countries how well educated their children are. America ain't much better than Russia. That's pretty damn sad. I feel so sorry for the people in Russia. It's like a whole country of hillbillies. Not that I got anything against hillbillies. I used to be a hillbilly, but when I was a hillbilly, I did dumb things. I did things that said, wow, that woman is uneducated. I can vouch for that. I was there and I'd done that. So I'm kind of against the tyrants of this world that haven't educated the people, that let people fall through cracks, that don't give no access to a better opportunities to lift themselves up out of desperate and demeaning places. While other people look like their lives are going just fine, a lot of people's lives are in the sewer, and they're like, how'd I get flushed here? What happened in my lineage in my life that I would end up in a shithole, right? Right. Now, a lot of us know now at this time that addictions, um, being a thief, being a cheater, being a deceiver, being these kind of things will get you in front of the crowd really quick. But eventually, these things all catch up to you. Now, justice grinds fine, but she grinds slow, right? And in order to learn to be a just person takes time. That's why. It's a beautiful thing. God gives those who are deserving an opportunity to make themselves into something better. And at the same time, give those who have all the opportunity in the world to turn themselves into something better. So we all start out at ground zero, especially in this end game here, where the last 50 years, right? Things have been changing rapidly and rapidly. Well, they're in the middle of an earthquake, okay? They got a fault line in everything they got going. There's only one thing we need to do, guys, and that's to get the Constitution back and a president that protects it. A president that says, yes, we are the people. This is what we need in our democracy. And we need a Congress who cares about people instead of heirloom ice creams. You know, that's bullshit. I am very offended by Nancy Pelosi showing off her heirloom antique ice creams in the middle of the summertime when there were billions of people on the streets burning up with heat, and she's showing off her ice cream. Yeah, these are the kind of people that are in our office. We got elderly who can't pay their damn air conditioner bill and they're dying overheated, and she's showing off how she was able to acquire these heirloom ice creams that all the rich and famous just must have. Just a dainty little taste. Oh, I would like to slap that bitch. Yeah, my true self is coming out right now. I've been feeling fiery for a couple days. So I think that this is the best thing the Holy Spirit could have led me to, is to do a look. I myself, I choose Green Party. No war, better education, and we the people. I would choose the Green Party. I know it's scary because there's a chance that Donald Trump's going to get in there, and we don't want him in there. We don't want no king. We don't want no king. So there's a fault line right now, and I don't know what this means, but let's go ahead and have a look, guys. I love y'all. Please leave your comments, your likes, shares, subscribes. Let me know what you think of this reading. I've never done one like this, but I decided to do it. And I may have to look at my notebook because I had to write some things down to just give me a little bit, So the first thing we're going to look at is politics, okay? We're going to look at politics. Um, let's talk to Gaia. Mama knows everything, right? She's right here. She's above in the air. She's a below in the fire. She's in the waters and the oceans, in land. And she's with us right now. Strong force for her children of this planet. And when I say her children, I'm talking about down to the littlest, teeniest micro organism that is taking life right now. These are her creations, and they should be protected. That's integrity. To protect what something else has created and to keep it from harm, to guard it, to be a husbandman or a earth wife, I guess you would say, somebody that loves the earth and tends to Earth Mother. Yeah. Okay, what's going in politics right now, Mother? I call upon the power of the Holy Spirit and ask thee what is happening in the politics right now. Politics, let's go deeper now. What are their plans for the people? Let's go to the Republican side first. Let's pull on the red. What is the Republicans' plans for the people? Let's see. This is scary, but we're going to do it. Their plan is to give us a death and a rebirth. That's scary. The death of what? Democracy? Holy smokes. I mean, we know it's out there. It's out there. The death and a rebirth. Yeah, they've already said, they're going to set Trump up as a king. Okay. What will happen to the people if this rebirth takes place? Yeah, let's just ask, oh God, what will happen to the people if this rebirth takes place for the Republicans? A Seven of Swords. That's just plain. That's just plain right. And I haven't pulled the Seven of Swords in months. Months I haven't pulled the Seven of Swords. Have a look at that. Away from the norms, betrayal, deception, ulterior motives, stealth, scheme, isolated, calculating, outcast, disregard, fib. I'm going to take that. That's scary. And it was on the bottom. That would be the end results. So we'll put this here at the end. Okay, this is the Republicans. We're not going to go too much further. Okay. So, yeah, that's just blatant. What about the people? Well, it just answered it. Okay, we're going to leave that there for the Republicans. Yeah, we're going to go now to the same thing, the politics, the Democrats. What do the democracy, what does the Democrats have planned for the people? What do the Democrats have planned for the people? If any of you guys want to talk about this, I would love to talk with you, chat with you. It is getting serious. And after this, we're going to find out what's going on with the people and stuff too. So we're just going to take one card. What is going on with the Democrats and democracy right now? How are the Democrats? How are they holding up? The youth. Huh. Okay. I'm going to sit that right there, guys, because I want to. Let me see. I need to set this up on something so you can see it. There we go. The youth. What number is that? 3? Gaia. Youth. This is the Democrats. They look like they're going to be youthful. They're going to be for the youth, maybe. They're going to. Looks like they're possibly have taken off on an adventure. They're going to be trying new things, maybe new beginnings. New beginnings. Adventures, new horizons, excitement, independence, freedom, rebellion, impulsiveness, loyalty to the people. They don't say to the people, but it would be to the people because democracy is for the people, by the people. The Constitution, for the people and by the people. And the president's job is to protect the Constitution, to make sure every man, woman, and child is treated equal. Okay. Quest for adventure, living in the moment, action without thought, defying tradition and conformity. Wow, that would help out a lot. That would push a lot of things forward. Greater risk, greater reward. That's right. If you feel fear, crash through because your win is just on the other side of fear. Your win is just on the other side of fear. Crash through. Assert your independence. Yes, assert your independence. Speak on what you know is the truth. We do not care if we hurt any Trumper feelings. We don't care. At this point, they would give us into the hands of a mass madman. So, like, the feelings of Trumpers doesn't bother me none. I don't care. I'm surprised if they have feelings. I think more or less they have reactive anger and frustration. And I think it's because they didn't get the proper education. A new direction, freedom from fear and doubts. Yes, a time of conflict and turmoil. That's right. It's not easy giving birth to a new country. It's not easy giving birth to freedom and ideas that's going to support 100% of the people, right? It's not easy giving birth. Look, gotta cross the mountains, man. There's a lot of work to be done when you're trying to create something new in the middle of chaos, right? But God is with us. The Holy Spirit is with us. We know that. We know that. And this fault line is to our advantage. So don't be afraid. Continuously pray for truth, justice, and freedom to reign. Truth, justice, and freedom are the most important aspects of any country. On a quest for adventure and discovery, he seeks the excitement of the new and the unknown in distant lands. Following whispers and rumor, he takes risks with little thought or care. His choice is to live in the moment, leave the past behind, while thoughts of the future rest only as far as his next journey. Every adventure gives him a greater knowledge of the world and his place in it. Our place in it, right? Our place in it. Assert your independence, embrace individuality, be grateful for a new direction that gives you new insights into the unknown where you can, get excitement into your life. To be excited is to live. A time of conflict, yes. Oh, I done read that. Okay. Believing himself both immortal and infallible, He often acts spontaneously, using his charm and enthusiasm to win him favor and release him from strife. He rebels against sage advice to use restraint or caution. As far as the youth is concerned, the greater the risk, the more rewarding the outcome. The only loyalty he shows is to those companions who journey with him. Those who are loyal to the quest will have his loyalty in return, while those who seek to curb and restrict him will be met with resistance. Those who share his passion and interests are right, while those who do not are wrong. There are no shades of gray. The youth sees all in black and white. The youth also seeks the freedom to find its own answers. Tradition be damned, life is too short to follow in another's footsteps and do things their way. The youth will do things his way without thought for the consequences. His concern is for today. Tomorrow can take care of itself. And really, that's the way we want to see it as well. Because we're at a place where we can never go back from here. And we want to make sure our children are left with a decent decent a decent future anyway. One of freedom, liberty, justice for all. Because how can any one of us enjoy a bounty when we know our fellow humans are are being you know what I mean? You know what I mean, under pressure. Like I could be enjoying myself and somebody could tell me something about, that's going on with someone else, and I will actually feel that. That's why I fight for everybody to have the right to a good life. We all deserve that. We deserve it, and we got to look for it, and we got to journey for it, and we got to stand up for it, and we got to fight for it. We got to demand it, and that's what this card is saying. New beginnings. We're going to demand for the good and the right because our people around the world deserve it. And America is supposed to be the land of the free, the home of the brave, where truth and justice reign. Okay, clarify this card. I'm going to take the bottom one just like I did over there. We have conflict, right? Yeah, there's going to be a lot of conflict, especially among the Democrats. There will be a little bit of conflict. But somebody over there needs to be standing up and, taking the lead. But of course, conflict also is the best way to find out who's on your side. When they begin to adventure out into the new program of democracy, a lot of people are going to be like, oh no, oh my God, we've never done it that way. That won't work. That won't work. You know how naysayers are. And that's where we, the people, have to step up and step in and say, yes, it can work. We can make a better system work. We need to work for all the people. We need better education, better work hours, better wages. Better yet, we need to make sure the basic needs are covered for each and every soul born on this planet. Yeah, that's the way the basic needs should be covered, right? You shouldn't have to be valued. You shouldn't have to have value in order to get your basic needs. Aren't we born with inherent value that we need home? We need food. We need these things. Air conditioners, electric, we need. Look at the shape of the people that live on the streets. Look at them. We could be there. I've been there. You put the wrong guy in there, and a lot of people could be there. A lot of people. We don't want that guy in there. We don't want. So even though the Democrats may be going out on a new adventures and doing new things for new reasons and right reasons, they will definitely have conflict. But you know what? Conflict is better than this one who's going to bring a death and a rebirth of stealing from the people. There will be conflict. Let there be conflict. But don't let them steal justice and truth and our lives and our children's lives away from us. All of our sons having to go to military school, fighting for Putin and Trump all around the world, taking over everything. A couple of big sticks. Yeah, I'm a little excited about it. I'm not stressed because I know God is with us, and what will be will be. And we, the people, will react in the way we need to react. That's what we'll do. Because that's what people do. Meanwhile, we're going to pray for the power of the people to stand up and vote for democracy and insist these changes come about and not give no power to no king. Okay. All right. There's what the politics look like. What's the next step? Blah, 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 blah. Okay. What are the corporations around the world, those who own all property, those who own all stocks, the rich, the 1%, the wealthy, the leaders, the owners of this world? What are they thinking? What's going on in their minds right now? It says we're on the fault line, so how are they reacting? How are they reacting? Ooh, 3 of Swords. Almost looks like they're practicing black magic. Look at the skull and bones. Yeah, you know Bush, the Republican, he was in a cult called the Skull and Bones. And it was a secret cult of presidents for over 100 years. I think they moved it to Bohemian Grove. Bohemian. I'm not exactly sure what it means, but I heard it might be giant. I'm going to read this. 3 of Swords. That's their businesses. That's their money. This is what's going on in the world of money and business. 3 of Swords. Three of Air. Education, talent, study, willingness, guides, teachers, comprehension, communication, perception, expanding their mind. Every experience offers them a lesson. Education is a lifelong process. Learning aids comprehension. Lessons repeat until we understand. Learning transforms talent into skill. Don't kill the messenger. Ignorance is nothing to be proud of. The 3 of Air symbolizes the importance of education and study in helping us to reach our highest potential. So this is them. And reminds us that education should be thought of as a lifelong process. So they need to study and educate themselves on the people that they serve and what we as a people need. And this includes both Democrats and Republicans. The money. Life itself teaches us every experience can offer a lesson. The people around us and those who come into our lives can all teach us and guide us. They can give us insight into who we are, who they are in our relationships within society, nature, and our immediate environments. Education serves to help the individual develop an understanding of life and to comprehend it. It helps to maintain a sense of freedom and purpose. It helps us to determine whether a situation is right or wrong for us and provides us with other options. It also helps us to see that there can be long term ramifications, rewards, and consequences to our actions. So, they're learning that they will learn that there are going to be ramifications to their actions depending upon the actions they take. We learn of our history, we learn of our possible future, we learn about nature and the world, we learn about ourselves as a race, and we learn about the universe in which we dwell. The knowledge we receive via an education empowers us, and the more we know, the more we can accomplish. Education helps us to use our minds and our senses to our benefit. It protects us from being fooled, manipulated, and deceived. It also gives us the means to follow our dreams. The more we learn, the more we can comprehend, and the easier it becomes to communicate and express ourselves. So, here, this thing here on the education, I spoke of that in the beginning, that our education system does not educate us